at this stage, but nonetheless it's a 9-point lead to the Lilydale Falcons. They'll be kicking left of your radio dial, left of your screen, and here's Matt Fody to take us underway for the second term.
Like we've got the facilities here in the Unicorn. The screen might be needed as the hail comes down. Batty bursts out of the centre though and goes long inside forward 50. The target there is Koga. Well done there is the defensive work by Luke McLeod. Burnston gathers though, went inside, outside, went to the boundary, right foot snap, might be a goal! Oh! Every time we come to the LSO, there's a miracle goal from that pocket. Great work from Corey Bernstein. That's their third of the day. They're 3-5-23. Doncaster East 1-2-8. We've gone 30 seconds in the second term, Dan Sensick.
Well, ironically, given the conditions, that was one of the cleaner inside 50s Lilydale have had for the day. We saw Batty just burst out of the middle, go long, an opportunist goal if ever I've seen one.
Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Division 3, Templestowe 6-2, 38 lead Churnside Park, 1 goal straight 6.
So, range just eased a little bit here. Ball back in the middle. Lilydale to try and get another clearance here. Little kick off the ground was smothered, but the Dales another smother there. That was well done. Wooten, though, second effort for Lilydale. Got the little handball away. Jake Whitling in the middle of the ground. Got the handball in towards the Micah Stephen direction, who laid a high tackle, and it'll be the Lilydale player in the skipper, Brad Lowe, on the right boot, drives it up towards the half-forward line for them, and that was a centimetre perfect kick, and getting down low was Drossler. Gee, hasn't he stood up early in this game? Still too far out to score, though. Drive the ball inside forward 50. Was a flat-looking kick over the back there. It was knocked away that time there by Lukey McLeod, looking for the boundary line. Ceravolo was there, used his body well for Doncaster East, keeping the ball alive though. Lilydale inside forward 50. The kick goes that time there by Baker, but it's chopped off by White on the right boot. There's a couple of scrambly kicks White's done in this game so far, and Horsley gets down low for Lilydale, takes the mark, pokes the ball up to the half-forward line where Lowe takes it. 70 metres out from the Lilydale goal line. They lead by 15 points 2 minutes into this second term on EFL Game Day. That's one of the worst kicks you will ever see. A grubber. Mickey McGuan did a couple of those in the 90s. It comes back towards Simon White. That's a better kick from White. Got it up, and Chalakas takes a strong mark. We're in the number 26 today. He's normally in the 28. Pretty quiet first term as well. Just goes short, looking for Murphy, who waited for it. Paddy Klepp was right on his hammer. Doncaster East weighing up their options here. Wearing the glove as well today, Lee Murphy. Takes his time, then kicks it up towards the Gordon direction. It was a well-weighted kick, and Tommy comes out. So Doncaster East surging forward now. In he goes towards the Summers direction. Almost pulled it in. It was tough. Nicely rode there by Elliott, though, for Lilydale. Got the handball away. It was risky business. Wooten got dispossessed by Batsanas. Here's Whitling on the left boot. And up and under kick. Will it have the carry? No, it's going to sit and underneath it. Taking a strong mark. Oh, no. Horsley dropped it at the crucial stage. It was a difficult one. Forced over the boundary line and out of bounds.
My God, that ball looks like a cake of soap at the moment. It's very, very slippery.
It was very interesting is why they didn't go long and high to Summers. Summers had the one-on-one with D. Franceschi, had about a metre height on him when they went low. So we're going to toss it in. Smith and Mitchener deep in defence for the Falcons. Mitchener wins the tap down, and there's a free kick, and it's going to Sam Horsley by the looks of it. Is it against Smith or is it against Batsanis? It looks like it's against Batsanis. Smith, so it'll go to Bo Mitchener.
Some more quarter-time scores around the grounds, Barry Cotts.
Knox 2-5-17 to ball 1-3-9. Blackburn 5-2-32. Montrose 3 behind 3 points.
Oh, Mitchener's low-spearing bowlers only found the fists of Jason Tendler, and he puts it over the boundary line for a boundary throw. And speaking of the boundary, Tim Fitzsimons.
Yeah, as Brash mentioned before, obviously the ball there, real slippery. The rain has stopped though, and the hail, thankfully for me, but it's still very slippery out here, as you can imagine.
Well, McNaid slipped out of one, but Batty couldn't slip out of the tackle of their Martin. Got it to Horsley. Snap around the body, finds Trent Elliott here in just his third game. He sprints forward and goes long inside forward 50. He's just kicking for territory, I think, there, because the three players leading back in the race to McLeod for the Lions. That's close to deliberate. There was only 3 blokes in the forward 50, and they're all Lions players, but nonetheless, with the conditions, it's Lilydale 3-6-24. They lead Doncaster East 1-2-8. We've gone 4.5 minutes here in the second term.
More scores around the grounds, Barry Cotts.
More Division 1 score. Doncaster 4-4-28. Norwood 3 behind 3 points. South Croydon 4-3-27 to Vermont 3-3-21.
Well, Martin took it from the kicking, got it to Batsanis. This is a better play for Doncaster East up towards the half-forward line. Just pushing his player underneath it. There was Summers who went after it again. He was off to the races. Nicely picked up, though, by D. Franceschi. Got the handball away. Chalakas comes in to left lend support. Got it to Appleby, got it to Batsanas, scoops on it, kicks it around the body inside. He goes towards the forward pocket. A big fat pack forms. Shalaka's handball over the top. Murphy might have to go off the ground. He just fumbled at the crucial stage. Little knock towards the boundary line. Shalaka's got down low. They came over the top of him. Paddy Klepp was in there just to hold it up for Lilydale, and we'll have a ball up. It is incredibly close to the Doncaster East goal line.
You were bang on there, Beto. Yes, he had to go off the ground, didn't he, Lee Murphy? I know he's got the glove, but surely they had to go off the ground.
Getting up a little bit gingerly too. He's the Lions champion. The umpire throws it up. McLean's in there. A lot of players around this one expect another stoppage. Murphy got pushed just to that last second by Horsley. Horsley's having a good game.
These conditions definitely suit him as an inside mid. As soon as it started raining, would have been licking his lips, Brash.
Oh, most definitely.
Almost, not quite. As it comes, the umpire throws it up now. Straight into the arms of Connor Lucas, who brings it to ground. A quick score from Barry Cox around the ground.
Division 2, Bayswater and Upper Ferntree Gully. Upper Ferntree Gully 5-3-33, lead Bayswater 3-1-19.
Well, it's deep in the Doncaster East forward line. Stephen goes off, a little snap around the body. Who might have picked that one? I think it was Jared Smith, the big man.
It was.
So they're clunking a couple. Doncaster East just deep in their forward line, not set plays, but getting the job done. And it was a fantastic goal there by the big man just to pick it up and bang it on his boot. That's 2 now for the Lions. They are 2-2-14. Lilydale 3-6-24.
Opportunist goal there by Smith. You saw him just come in and scoop it up and get it straight on the boot. Simple footy's what wins you the games in conditions like this. And behind the play too, both sides went man on man, so they're just looking to get meterage at this stage.
Tapped down by Smith. And Horsley, he's given away a free kick this time. He's fallen into the back there of it looks like Appleby. And now it's going to be 25 because Ryan Harvey kept going with that.
And rightfully
it will be
so.
25. So Sam Gold had the footy after the free kick. The whistle was definitely heard there, Brash. So it will be 25-metre penalty. Is this? I believe it's Appleby. So Tom Appleby, his brother, the runner today. Appleby lines up from inside the centre square. He's gone long to the top of the square. Coming through there was looks like Stephen, who's gone forward. And now Paddy Klepp, though, took a strong mark coming back with the flight of the footy. So he's more or less taking a kick out here, Patrick Klepp. Goes long to the far side of the ground. He's looking for Ryan Harvey. Couldn't quite get there. Jack Martin takes a strong mark, goes short inside forward 50 and just finds his target there in the lead, Connor Lucas.
Gee, did he make him work for that?
He made him work, but it worked out.
How impressive has Jack Martin's Dukes been in this first quarter and a half with a slippery football? Barry Cotts, you've got a quick score around the grounds on the score centre.
Yeah, Croydon in Division 2, 2-4-16, 1 Turner South leading 3 goals straight 18.
So Connor Lucas comes in now. He just pops up the top of the score. He's looking for Stephen. Good fist there from Wootton. It fell down to Horsley. Horsley got it out to where it came from. And it looks like now it's going to be Appleby and Harvey. Martin came through there again. Harvey wants out in the full. And the boundary umpire says, I'm going to throw it in. We're just talking about the cake of soap. Jack Martin didn't think it was a cake of soap before taking that strong mark. But interesting decision from Connor Lucas there. Didn't back himself from well inside the 40. So a missed opportunity for the Lions, who are starting to get on top. 8 minutes gone here in the second term. Lilydale 3-6, Doncaster East 2-2. Half forward for the Lions as Mitchener wins the tap down for the Falcons, but it went straight down to Gold. Gold whacked it inside 50, looking for Mead. Gordon's there as well. Mead's got the crumb, and he's wrapped up by Zach Kennedy, but the Lions will take this. It's a ball up, 30 out from their goal, directly in front.
The Doncaster East have really packed the forward line with the big guns. Summers, Stevens, and Tommy Gordon.
Mitchener got the knockdown, roving in again. That time was Smith, got it to McLean on the right boot. It was touched off the boot. Little fresh air shot by Stevens at the top of the goal square.
I don't mind it.
Not a poke on it, but it went right and through for 1 behind. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 9 minutes into this second term. Top of the table clash in Division 2. And it is Doncaster East trailing by 9 points. Who's winning and losing around the eastern suburbs on the score centre, Barry Cotts?
More Division 2, Mitcham 2-1-13, the Mirrabbark 1-1-7.
Di Franceschi takes it in the back pocket, the right back pocket, right in front of the Lilydale club rooms here, as he tries to drive his side out of that danger zone. Big fly over the back there by Drossler, got a handle on it, and will have a ball up just outside the centre square, almost centre half forward here for Doncaster East. And they get another one. came out wide, and the man who had a great first half is Harvey on the left boot, kicks it up towards the the wing position almost, and the Hyphen-class Henry sees it over the boundary line and out of bounds.
I just reckon that Lilydale are getting too many easy wins off the stoppage, not enough pressure off the ruck there for Doncaster East.
They are smaller, Brush, so this wet weather may suit them if the ball's on the ground more often, as it's thrown in just forward of the wing for the Falcons. The taps one down there by Drossler. DePace gets the crumb, but he's wrapped up by Sam Gold. And we'll have a repeat stoppage here as the umpire says, give it to me. So Jared Smith, who's been very impressive, more or less rucked all day so far, he wins this tap down straight down to his skipper Batsanis, who's wrapped up by DePace and McNay, the 31 and the 32. And he's tossed into the turf, and we'll have another ball up. So Smith will probably go up against Drossler again, who's been impressive in his new role at centre-half forward. As Smith wins the tap down, Wiles got the crumb and kicks it inside forward 50. Koga's double teamed, and the mark was dropped there by Jack Martin. The sun was in his eyes as Koga tries to wrap it up. It's tunnel ball though as it comes out to Batty. Tries to burst through the AOB tackle. Got the handball out there. Whitling was there for the Lions. So was Klaas Henry for the Falcons. Trying to burst through and dive on the footy. There's Koga again, and he's going to wrap up the Luke McLeod, I think, on the bottom of that pack, and we'll have a ball up at the top of the goal square for the Falcons.
Seems like Jack Martin's been swung forward in this second term. We spoke to Steve Bucker before the game, and he's played on a needs basis, and they need goals at the moment, Doncaster East, and he's the man for it.
Well, Smith on the tap down. Drossler was there for the Falcons as well. Bursting through Zapp will be tackled by Harvey. They look to be going head-to-head today. We'll have another ball up. So the rain's gone away. The sun's back out, but it's still wet.
And 10.4 degrees.
Does that feels like, or the real temperature?
The real.
Here's Healy at the top of the square. Got the handball over to Zach Kennedy. Might be taken high. No free kick. Good tackle there by Saravolo. And Lowther comes in to finish it off. Boundary line there. Tim Fitzsimons. What's the feels like?
Yeah, BWS. It definitely feels like lower than 10 degrees down here.
Thanks for that, Tim.
Pye throws it up now. Well, here's a bit of a go for them. It was a beautiful palm down that time by Drossler, but a lot of players around this football will see another stoppage. A little bit stiff, I think, for Lilydale. Ayubi got it away. Martin sold a little bit of candy, then thumped it on his boot, but there was nobody home. Just got cut off there by Di Franceschi, who still might be a little bit too far out for Lilydale, so he'll look for options inside forward 50 or thereabouts, and the mark's being paid here to DePace, who...
He's just turned his back on the boys. He's having a ping.
Looks like he might go back and back himself in here. So Jaden DePace.
Keep going, mate, keep going.
That was a really strong mark there by DePace. He was under all sorts of pressure from Connor Lucas.
They're right behind him here. Comes in now. Set sail for goal.
Good.
That is absolutely beautiful off the boot. Straight over the goal umpire's head it goes, and that's the steadier one for Lilydale. They needed that. Bendigo Bank scoreboard 12 minutes into the second term, and they lead 4-6-30. They're double the score of Doncaster East, who are 2-3-15.
You mentioned early in the quarter, Ben, that Lilydale would be a bit filthy on themselves for not getting a bigger lead happening, particularly with the rain teeming down. Well, it seems like that's cleared now, but they've got a very handy buffer.
Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Division 3, Templestowe 6-4-40, leading Chirnside Park 2 goals straight 12.
Well, we're back in the centre. Jaden DePace went bang, didn't he? Down that end with the confusing 8 goalposts as it's balled up in the middle of the ground. Smith with a massive leap. Won the tap down to Batsanis, who just got the ball on the boot and it floats towards centre forward. Wooten and McLean do battle, but it goes past them. Running onto this is Sam Gold. Big collision with Di Franceschi, who does really well. He's wrapped up by Connor Lucas, but well done by the Falcon there. Standing still, waiting for the footy. Sam Gold coming from one direction, Connor Lucas from the other. And he ends up in a ball up. It's 20 metres out from the Lions' goal.
And no player took a short step in that situation either. No one deviated from the footy.
Di Franceschi's back in there again. Sorry to cut you off there, Dan, as Zach Kennedy gets tackled by Jared Smith. Carry on, Dan.
No,
or was that it? That was it? Okay, no worries. I didn't cut you off at all. Came in perfect transition as it's tossed up again. Mitchener and Smith, who have done battle all day. Mitchener wins the fist out toward, but Shalakis is first there. Swings on left boot. Might have been taken high by Harvey. And he's been picked for holding the ball. Incorrect disposal. So Ryan Harvey's going to get a free kick at centre half back for the Falcons as they look to build once again.
So Harvey just waiting for some players to run forward here, and plenty did so. It's a nice looking kick off the boot. It goes straight into the middle of the ground. It bounces away. Got a nice fist on it there was McLean. It comes out. Here's Stephen linking up to Whitling on the left boot. Usually uses a football well. Goes out wide looking for Shalakis. Can he get a favourable bounce? He can't. Di Franceschi's had a good game. Got the handball over the top. Harvey takes it for Lilydale across the half back line. Got it back to Di Franceschi, whose handball went awry. And over the boundary line she goes for a boundary throw.
Doncaster East are really struggling to hit an inside inside 50 target, BWS.
They certainly are. Barry Cott, some more scores around the grounds.
Division 4, Coldstream and Fair Park. Coldstream 5-2-32, Fair Park 3 goals straight 18, and Surrey Park 8-7-55 to Nuttawading 3 behinds.
Coldstream's good run at the end of the season seems to be continuing today as Mitchener got the knockdown. McLean was there to take it, and Healy just had him completely wrapped up in a nice bear.
Wayne Brasher, hold on the whistle there. He wanted holding the ball.
And we'll just wait for the ball to come back to the umpire here. Hope you're enjoying the broadcast. Right around the globe this afternoon on AFL Game Day. It comes out now. Batsanis tried to trap it. Healy came in from the side. Little handball from McLean. Went to Whitling inside forward 50. But that man again, Di Franceschi, takes the mark. Almost could have got 25, but that would have been a little bit ticky touchwood. So Di Franceschi for Lilydale drives the ball up towards the wing position. Whitling, he's had a bit of the football, dropped the mark, and then wrapped Healy up in a good tackle, and will have a bounce. True centre wing position, far side of the LSO.
They're not intimidated, Lilydale, at all by the physicality of Doncaster East and the more mature bodies. They're matching them pound for pound at the contest.
Well, matching it there was Richard Wild and Michael Stephen, the 215s, and Stephen won that one, shirt fronted him, and the ball is knocked out of bounds by Shalakis. Because Stephen beautifully roved it and then just ran through him, Brash.
They did, and I think that's one of the things that's frustrating Doncaster East. They can't get clean possession at the moment.
Well, Smith and Mitchener go again. Jared Smith's been really impressive today. Kicked one of the Doncaster East goals. He wins that tap, but Batty's there. Batty's left foot ball around the corner looking for the 2-on-1. Wilson might have given away a free kick. He probably will have given away a free kick for a push in the back, and it will go to Jack Martin, who's come well into the game in this second term in the long sleeves. Double B&F winner. Chips out wide. Oh, spent it before he got it there was Dracula, sorry. And he might have copped a boot to the head there, a stray one, but he should have taken that mark.
Get up.
A couple of blokes have done that today, Brash. They've spent their money before they've earned it.
Yeah, that's what slippery conditions can do to you.
Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, quarter time Doncaster 4-4-28 to Norwood, 3 behinds 3 points, and quarter time Bourne trailing Norwood 2-8-20 to Bourne 139.
The Falcons come away through Healy. Short ball is looking for Trent Elliott. It goes over his head. He comes through though, wins it on hands and knees. Might get a free kick from the back, doesn't. McLean got the handball back, found White, who looks for Batsanis, who's going to run into Sammy Baker, who tried to take him on. He got him, got the handball out though. Wiles wins the handball back to Batty. Bryce Batty on that left boot, chips it out wide. Paddy Kleps in heaps of space here. He keeps it just inside the boundary line according to the boundary umpire. And he's low ball. Finds the skipper Brad Lowe on the lead. Right in front of a little bit of a faithful there in the left forward pocket. So the skipper, Paddy Klepp, did he keep that inside? Oh, I think that ball was out of bounds. But Brad Lowe's going to have a shot at goal here. Tucked in right on the boundary line. He'll kick from about 20 metres out. Distance shouldn't be a problem, although we did see him go the little Jonathan Thurston grubber into the end zone as his kick off the boot. It's a wobbler, but I don't think he likes it. No, it's thudded into the goalpost. And that's another behind. Lilydale 4-7-31. Doncaster East 2-3-15. We've gone 17.5 minutes on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard.
More scores coming through around the eastern suburbs, Baz.
Yeah, Whitehorse Pioneers quarter time 4-3-27 to Eastbourne 3 goals straight 18, and Blackburn 5-2-32 to Montrose 3 behinds.
McLean had a lot of the football for Doncaster East. Goes out towards the Summers direction. Big fly over the back. The ball came down. Smith got it, the little handball away, and they're just trying to work themselves forward. Stoneham overran it. Nicely done there by Healy, who got, people were calling for high, but he's been pinged holding the ball. So it'll be Shalakis.
Oh, that was very cheeky. I like that.
He wanted to take off with the football there. It was touch and go. The umpire makes him come back and kick over Jared Healy. Spotted up Jared Smith. The ruckman takes it 2 kicks from home. Kick goes inside forward 50, looking for Stephen. Could he pull it in with the 1 mid? He couldn't, got it away. Here's Whitling on the left. Whitling, can he put it through? He can't. He had too much curl on it in the end, and it goes through for 1 behind. And on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, 18.5 minutes into this second term, and is Lilydale leading 4-7-31 to 2-4-16.
Is Koga following Mika Stephen all around the ground? Because Koga's usually at full forward, but he was back there on the last line of defence.
So Lilydale bring the ball back in once again. Big fly over the top of Mitchener, who had 1 bite in the fall of the ball. Batty got the handball away. That was okay. Bernstein's kick goes out towards the wing position. It was a little up and under, but it might work out okay for them. McNay overran the pill. Good tackle there by Sam Gold on Horsley, and will have a bounce just inside the centre square, just forward for Doncaster East.
I think Lilydale's speed from the stoppage and clearances is really hurting Doncaster East right throughout this game so far.
Well, who can get the clearance here? Comes out Smith. Might have been a sling there on Burnston against Appleby, and it will be a free kick the way of Lilydale as we get another update from around the grounds with Barry.
Yes, Division 1, Roval 3-3-21 leading Noble Park, 2 goals straight 12.
Burnston goes long to centre forward, but it's all the lines, and it's a good strong mark taken by Simon White. He plays on quickly and switches the play. And he's found a runner here in Aobi. Aobi's kick doesn't look too good off the boot, but it might find its target. It does. Summers gets it on the bounce, steps inside, gave the handball to a man, and he's wrapped up, and the umpire has pinged him. No, he's given a free kick, holding the man. So Rami Aobi's going to get a kick on centre wing. That was in dispute. Short ball inside. Handball over the top comes to Lee Murphy with the glove. That's a classy little left foot ball inside 450 looking for Gordon. It just floated over his head, but great pick up by Stephen. Got his handball before he's tackled. The crowds are wrong there. And Shalaka sits on top of Horsley and wraps it up. I'm sorry. I'm a Lilydale man, but that was not holding the ball to the gents to our left. He definitely got a handball to that, did Michael Stephen. We're going to have a ball up 30 metres out from Lions goal. They need to make this count.
Tell your old man to pipe down.
I think he's had one too many already as Smith slaps it forward. Klepp was there. Lee Murphy was as well. He's being dragged by Doug Wooten by his jumper. And the umpire says, we'll have it to me again. Ball up. We've edged 5 metres closer now to the Lions' goal. Right forward pocket, 20 out. They need a goal. They trail by 15 points. 20 minutes gone in this second term. Tossed up, Smith and Mitchener. Smith won that tap and then got his own crumbs. He's had to do it all today. Smith then again, hands and knees, got it back, and he's wrapped up. He's been a mammoth today, Jared Smith, as the ball has not moved, Brash.
He really is trying very hard, Smith, to get his side into the contest.
So it's going to be difficult to get clear possession here, but they did it quite well. Burnston for Lilydale bangs it on his boot out of that danger zone into the middle of the ground. White looping handball over the top for Doncaster East. Can it sit up for them? It can't. Dracula couldn't take the in came Ubi over the top, and he was wrapping up Elliott, and we will have a ball up right in front of us here in the broadcast position. Right in front of the Lilydale Grog squad. The umpire throws it up. Smith once again took it from the contest, got it to McLean. It was smothered that time there by Harvey. Still very close to this boundary line. Nicely scooped upon there by McNay. Will he be able to keep it in just inside the blue boundary line? And we'll have a boundary throw in almost half forward line for Lilydale.
40-20 that, Brush. That's a Lilydale feed, that.
Yeah, I think Ben Neagle will be really happy with the intensity that these players are really attacking the contest this afternoon.
So, taking a little while for this ball to come back into play.
Maybe it's going on the train.
Drosseler had the front spot. Smith got the knockdown. Nicely done there, though, by Lucas to get the handball away, and they're off to the races. Ceravolo got it away to Appleby up towards the Stephen direction. He got out-muscled that time there by Wooten and put off his feet, and over the boundary line it goes. It's crossed down boundary side to Tim Fitzsimons.
Yeah, you just touched on it there, Brash. The intensity from Lilydale around the contest has been really evident. And Doncaster East, I feel like too many times they're trying to take on that first tackler and they're getting caught straight away.
Tim wants it back to one handball, one kick as Bo Bitchener wins the tap out and just slaps it 15 minutes forward. McLean should get there first. Good block from Harvey, but Ceravolo gets it. He's sat on top of. No free kick. Tenler takes possession and is run over the line by Harvey, and we'll have a boundary throw in on centre wing here at the Lilydale Sports Oval. For those who didn't get Brash's gag, we are right next to the Lilydale train station as well. So I got it, Brash. We're just making sure.
Barry Cott's around the grounds with the score centre.
Division 3, Templestowe 8-7-55 to Churnside Park 2 goals straight 12, and Scoresby 5-8-38 to Warrandyte 1-4-10.
Smith's tapped down, rode by Appleby. He's coming into it in this second term. Got it back to Gold. Gold took on the first tackler and got away from them and kicks it inside forward 50. Gordon's there. Mitchener's back as a second defender, but Gordon's going to get a free kick here, and this might be within range for the big fella. He's got a free kick right on the arc. He'll be kicking from about 45. He looks a bit indecisive about whether to have a shot here, and it's much needed.
Well, he has to back his own judgment here, and he should be able to kick this goal.
He should. So a kick from about 45, from a 45-degree angle. He goes short, though, for the lead of Lee Murphy. Beautiful kick, Brash. Should never doubted him. Always had the right mindset, and he finds Murphy, who's about 20 metres closer, but a 10-degree more angle. He's on the right, tucked in there on the left forward pocket, about 25 metres out here, Lee Murphy.
But this is just Lee Murphy's range as well.
You reckon? He's just got the leg, man on the line. There's no one on the line for Lilydale yet. So Murphy comes in, his right football floats. It's got the distance, it's got the accuracy. Lee Murphy kicks the Lions third, and they are 3-4-22. Lilydale 4-7-31. 24 minutes gone here in the second term. Quickly down to Tim Fitzsimons on the boundary.
Yeah, we've seen 2 goals from that side. When there is a bit of a breeze, it is pushing across that side, so it's curling back in nicely. We've seen a couple of shots from this side of the ground, and it's kind of just drifted across the face to the left. So when there is a bit of a breeze, although there's not much, it's going across the ground.
Barry Cotts around the grounds with the score centre.
Yeah, early days in Division 3, Heathmont and Waverley Blues 2-3-15 apiece.
Mitchell went up unopposed that time and thumped it every bit of 30 metres, bouncing out in front of Class Henry, who spun on it through, squeezed the kick up towards centre half forward. Magnificent play to pace, just made the space nicely and takes it across centre half forward.
He's kicking with a gale here. He's kicking with an absolute Chris Gale.
He'll kick from just outside the 50. Going to back himself in also.
Well, he kicked a lovely goal from this position roughly earlier in the quarter.
So he comes in now.
Oof.
And it was an absolute shank off the boot. Goes right out towards the Bendigo Bank scoreboard, and it's going to travel, and over she goes on the full. So it'll be Christian Chakula to bring the ball back into play for Doncaster East. They're in the back pocket. It's to wind up, get every bit of purchase he can on the football, but nobody was home. Went out of bounds on the full. Deed Franceschi was there to take the mark anyway. Let's give him the mark. He goes back inside forward 50, and that just stayed inside the line as well, where Ryan Harvey takes it. A very difficult angle, though.
Well, the wind's clearly pushing everything out to that far side again, Brash.
I'll tell you what, he might have to aim for the inside behind, right behind post here to wait for that wind to take it across.
25.5 minutes into this second term. Comes in now, and it looks pretty good off the boot, and he puts it through. Fantastic goal there to Lilydale, and it goes the way there of Ryan Harvey, who used the wind perfectly, just sat it out in front and let the wind do the rest. And Lilydale get the answer on the Bendigo Bank scoreboard. 26 minutes tick over in this second term, and it is the Falcons 5-7-37 to 3-4-22. Barry Cotts is chomping at the bit to go take us some scores around the grounds.
Yeah, and with Baronia 3-5-23 leading Ringwood 1-3-9.
Well, another chance for Lilydale to go forward. They did a nice strong tackle there on Brock McLean, and we will have another bounce.
Yeah, we will. In the centre circles, Falcons by 15 points here late in the second. Mitchell with a brilliant tap down to Harvey. Roosted inside forward 50. He's looking for Koga, but the target in the end was Baker. The fist was away there. Beautifully done by Chakula, and he fisted over the boundary line for a boundary throw in.
He clearly is the best player on the ground at the moment, Ryan Harvey. He's just having an impact on in wherever he goes, he's touching the ball and creating a little bit of magic.
Well, he's going to be important to the Falcons' premiership hopes. The ball will be tossed back in here. The wind might wreak havoc with this as Smith and Drossler do battle. Smith just took it out of the ruck. No one tackled him, so he kicks long outside defensive 50, and his opposite number, Bo Mitchell, lets it run out of bounds. Did Smith take that directly out of the ruck?
No, it was just the way that the wind just wafted it over the opposing ruckman's head, and he just ran into it.
Barry Cotts around the grounds.
Yeah, Division 2, Upper Furniture Gully 5-9-39 to Bayswater 5-3-33.
Deep into time on here at the LSO. Lilydale 5-7-37 lead. Doncaster East 3-4-22 in this top of the table Division 2 clash. As Smith won the tap down. There's a free kick. Umpire coming in. He wasn't officiating that umpire. He's given a free kick though to Sam Gold, holding the man off the ball. He's been getting a little bit of extra attention as Gold. He goes long down the line. He's looking for Summers. It's going to come though to Nick Del Biondo. Del Biondo rebounds away with the right foot ball. It's a little awkward kick. It's looking for DePace. It finds the trainer over the boundary line. That's out on the full. So Jason Tendler will bring it back in, Brash.
One thing Steve Buckle won't be happy with is his disposal.
So it's Brock McLean to...
Oh, he's pinched that off him.
Send the ball forward here for Doncaster East. Drives the ball inside forward 50. Big fly by Summers over the back. He crunched the pack. The fall ball, Appleby. They were looking for one. Late one again, Doncaster East, but the siren beats them. And at half-time out here at the Lilydale Sports Oval, it is the Falcons leading 5-7-37 to Doncaster East 3-4-22. All single goal kickers right across the board. Is that correct, Matt?
It is correct. All single goal kickers.
Yes.
I thought you wanted me to list them, Ben. Never mind.
No, all single goal kickers right across the board. It's half-time out here. We're going to have a break. We'll come back. We'll go around the grounds, including to the Channel 9 newsroom, right here on EFL Game Day.
EFL.org